Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel and thanks for logging on. If you enjoyed these videos, please subscribe to our YouTube channel right here at Watchbox Reviews. I would really appreciate it, and I promise to update daily. If you like this watch, you can see it and purchase it on our website, thewatchbox.com. Today we are discussing what might be the definitive Patek Philippe 5296. This is the Calatrava 5296G-001 white gold with sector dial, a handsome combination of grayscale and blue accents. The model you see on my wrist was made from 2007 to 2009 and bears the original Geneva hallmark stamp on its caliber 324 SC movement. On the wrist, it sits absolutely flat at only 8.6 millimeters thick. This is an ultra-thin auto. 38 millimeters across the round of the case. It is quite constrained from lug to lug. A wonderfully compact 46 millimeters, such that I can endorse this watch for a wrist as small as 13.5 centimeters circumference. It does have a wide spacing about its lugs. For a 38 millimeter watch, it is very progressive. 21 millimeters is a broad stance for a moderately sized timepiece, and one of the distinctions between vintage watches and those that are designed to evoke them in the modern era is always that lug spacing. This one has a wonderfully modern footing. The strap that's used is large rectangular scale alligator leather, semi-gloss, dark navy blue, monotone navy blue stitch, folded edge, unbolstered, calfskin on the underside with a matching Patek Philippe white gold spade-style polished pin buckle. Handsome, low in profile, very traditional, and I appreciate the recess for the pin. Thoughtful design. The watch is remarkably slim and minimalist. The case band is thin and elegant. The timepiece drapes itself over the wrist. It has a slim, flowing, mid-century inspired mid-case. Modern watches tend to be very sheer, thick, and imposing from the side. Vintage watches tend to be slim and tapered, and this watch clearly pays homage to the great Calatrava precursors of the 40s, 50s, and 60s. Calatrava cross on the crown, and the watch all in white gold with a remarkably flat bezel. This is one of the flattest bezels you'll find on a Patek, short of a 5107, and you can see it is quite minimalist, almost as flat as the sapphire itself, and narrow. It opens up that glorious scientific style dial, sometimes known as the scientific dial, sometimes known as the doctor's dial, sometimes known as the sector dial. It is appealing regardless of terminology, with blue accents on a silver base, and you can see there are a few different silvers on this dial. So it's not even a two-tone, it's a multi-tone dial with a grayscale medley and dark navy blue accents that continue with the leaf-style hands at center and the counterweighted lancet-style seconds hand. There's a blue-framed aperture for the date at 3 o'clock, and the watch does feature a quick set date function such that you can rapidly cycle should the watch run down. The timepiece even has an unofficial hacking seconds function. If you apply back pressure to some 324s, especially in three-hand configuration, you can effectively stop the balance and synchronize so that you can match up against your reference time. Consider it a hacking hack. Patek Philippe giving you a beautiful watch with a gorgeous movement to match. The timepiece with a screwed down caseback and 30-meter water resistant, not an aquatic timepiece, but blessed with the handsome and functional and ultra slim automatic 324 SC. SC for calendar and center seconds. The watch has a 35 to 45 hour power reserve, beats away at 28,800 vibrations per hour, and it features Patek Philippe's Gyromax free-sprung balance that it has been perfecting since the mid-20th century. Unidirectional winding action. This watch features unidirectional action with ceramic rotor bearings for a very efficient winding action. This isn't one of those lazy winders that you have to top off manually on a daily basis. The Geneva hallmark blazon on the train bridge just before the escapement, and this is the old Poisson de Genève before they transitioned to the Patek Philippe seal in mid-2009. So this watch, which was launched in 2007, was made with this movement and this stamp in exactly this configuration till mid-2009, so you have a good sense of the vintage of the watch. Beautifully finished circular Côte de Genève on the winding mass, spiral engine turning on the center of the rotor, a larger engine turned perlage on the base plate, black polished screw heads with chamfered slots, and you can see, show you to better advantage, linear Côte de Genève perfectly aligned across the bridges. And if I turn the watch flush to the camera, you begin to see the edges of the bridges glow. You see the same glowing edge within the jewel and screw countersinks, and this is the mirrored anglage or chamfering of which I often speak. The effect is best appreciated somewhat off-axis so the watch isn't flush to your eye when you view it. Alternatively, simply invest in a high-powered loop and you'll get the full benefit of this fine, ultra-thin, and beautifully decorated timepiece. This is Patek Philippe at its best, a simple three-hand watch with a gloriously decorated movement, and for good measure, a historically inspired dial, case, bezel, and the convenience of a date. This is my kind of Calatrava. See it and make it your kind of Calatrava on the watch box.